We're
Yep.
an MMA organization. We've kind of made it, I was a fighter for about 8 years, and there wasn't something like this, a platform to where young athletes can kind of, gain the experience necessary to get on let's just say a higher professional level. Cause there are some professional fights here. I care about, martial arts in general. I was a wrestler my whole life, and I really think that wrestling kind of prepares you for a mixed martial arts career if you wanted to do that, or if you just like to compete and challenge yourself. Like wrestlers kind of tend to gravitate towards, when you just start competing enough, it just becomes a part of who you are. A lot of wrestlers kind of start moving towards jujitsu or other forms of competition. And then ultimately, like myself, just ended up fighting, which it's a sport, but like MMA, but we just call it fighting. So yeah.
Sure.
Um,
It's brutal.
and yeah, so our organization essentially wants to focus on youth athletes and trying to make sure that it's not that it's not that we don't you obviously can't pick and choose opponents, but for the most part, you want to have opponents on an equal playing field to have good opportunities. Well, other organizations, I don't believe, protect our athletes at all, and we want to make sure that our athletes have the best chance at kind of showcasing their skill sets and gaining the experience necessary. So.
Is it more like it's all about the fans that will come? For example, a bout is going to be to put together a good bout. You want to draw in the most crowd, kind of thing, and they're more focused on that rather than keeping it safe.
Right, we want to have good fights, but also Yuma comes out and supports Yuma, so we want to have Yuma against like people from outside of Yuma.
I see,
and that just seems to be a winner. At least it has in the past. I'm not the matchmaker, believe it or not. I just kind of like oversee what the matches are. But that's kind of the philosophy behind the matchmaking, is just he wants to put Yuma boys against outsiders that are, of course, similar skill sets.